Weekly dose of politics,
snark, and heavy metal music.
All rise, motherfucker.
For your hosts, Brandon
and Matt.
Hide the room.
Performer hasn't been provided with a script. As a matter of fact, I have been permitted to choose my own words and discuss my own ideas regarding the choice that we face in the next few weeks. I have spent most of my life as a Democrat. I recently have seen fit to follow another course.
The defense policy of the United States is based on a simple premise. The United States does not start fights. We will never be an aggressor.
As for the peace that we would preserve, I wonder who among us would like to approach the wife or mother whose husband or son has died in South Vietnam and ask them if they think this is a peace that should be maintained indefinitely. There can be no real peace while one American is dying someplace in the world for the rest of us. We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars. And it's been said if we lose that war, and in so doing lose this way of freedom of ours, history will record with the greatest astonishment that those who had the most to lose did the least to prevent its happening. Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers.
Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. You and I must protect and preserve freedom here, or it will not be passed on to our children, and it will disappear everywhere in the world.
If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on earth. And this idea that government is beholden to the people, that it has no other source of power except the sovereign people, is still the newest and the most unique idea in all the long history of man's relation to man. This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves. Regardless of their sincerity, their humanitarian motives, those who would trade our freedom for security have embarked on this downward course. They knew that governments don't control things. A government can't control the economy without controlling people. And they know when a government sets out to do that, it must use force and coercion to achieve its purpose.
We, the people. We, the people, tell the government what to do. It doesn't tell us. We, the people, are the driver. The government is the car. Almost all the world's constitutions are documents in which governments tell the people what their privileges are. Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people, tell the government what it is allowed to do.
This administration in Washington has betrayed the working men and women of this country.
I hope we have once again reminded people that man is not free unless government is limited. There's a clear cause and effect here that is as neat and predictable as a law of physics. As government expands, liberty contracts.
A recession is when your neighbor loses his job. A depression is when you lose yours. And recovery is when President of the United States loses his.
Someday, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, our surrender will be voluntary, because by that time, we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. The martyrs of history were not fools. Where then is the road to peace? Well, it's a simple answer after all. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to take the last step into 1,000 years of darkness.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the machine. I am Brandon.
And I'm Matt.
Yeah, he came back. I keep trying to run his ass off. I mean, last week he didn't show up. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, okay, I got the fuck out of here. No. I tell him every week, he's got something more important than me to do, so, you know. Not that he wants to do me or anything. Said that wrong, I guess. What the problem is?
My camera's all janky.
Oh, yeah, here.
There we go. I just happened to look up on the screen over there, and I'm like, why am I so far to the left?
Hey, we had it set up because there was two of you last time, okay? I forgot. I wasn't even looking at... Why didn't you warn me earlier? I wasn't even looking at the fucking screen.
I just happened to look up and seen it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. I just noticed that one of the lights was a little brighter than normal, so I turned it down a little bit. Anyhow, how's everybody doing today? We got some interesting things that we got to bring up. One of our favorite jackasses has once again sashayed himself into the mix.
Yeah.
Mr. Hank Jansen. Yeah. That guy's extra special, and we'll show you why. Yeah, we got that. We got a few things going on. Last week was Liberty Fest. It was fantastic. I wish you guys would have came. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going, man? It's good to see you. I got lots of company coming. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. You can't prove a thing.
What is this I hear about duck sauce?
Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, Drone? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, well, apparently somebody wanted to know what duck sauce tasted like. Good times, good times. He's never going to fucking live that down, I'm telling you. Never is that ever going to go away. I know, Scott. I know who you are. But, well, yeah, back, what were we saying again? I just got fucked up.
I know we were talking about Hank.
Yeah, we were talking about Hank Jansen.
Yeah.
Liberty Fest was last week. It was actually a good time. You guys should have joined us, but nobody did. Just kidding. A lot of people did. But, I wish some of you guys would have, but most of you from out of state. What's in the bottle? It don't matter. It's our bottle. So, do we recommend this one or no?
I can't quite form an opinion on it yet.
It's different.
Yeah, it is different.
Yes, Jeremy. We call it dick. It was dick sauce. See, we had a guy that was up there with us. And long story short, he decided they wanted to get Chinese food. We were eating something else, and we made a joke about him eating dick or something. And I mean, like I said, I'm just shortening it up. So
It just
everybody
went
knows.
downhill from there.
It just went downhill from there because he said duck sauce. I was like, oh, so you want dick sauce? And everybody giggled a little bit about it, and then all of a sudden it was quiet. It was quiet for about 2 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all we heard was from him. He goes, "I just want to know what it tastes like." We all stopped and stared like, what? Even the dude in the next room over walks in, he sticks his head in and he goes, "So you want to know what it tastes like, huh? We'll go in the back and you can find out." So from then on, he got called duck sauce. Hey,
do you want some? I didn't know if you wanted any of this.
Yes.
How much do you want?
The usual.
Okay.
Well,
I did a little bit because I don't know if I don't know how well.
Yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it, D? Still one of the greatest things that's ever happened. What's going on, Brian? It's good to see you. We're running late here. We're too busy laughing at shit.
That good?
Yeah, it's good for now. Don't recommend this one. I don't know. I don't know if I can.
Like I only did a little bit because I have a feeling the taste is going to be like annoying after a while.
It kind of is. It's just a cheap bottle. It's made by Quarter Horse, but it's Quarter Horse Reserve. But Matt, do you want to describe what it tastes like? And it's not duck sauce, I promise you.
So like the barrel that it's all stored in. Imagine licking it. The barrel, not the liquor.
Yeah, not the dick sauce either.
And it's got a bite to it too.
Yes.
You definitely don't want that to go down the wrong pipe.
No, it's gonna burn like a motherfucker. I guarantee. We could start engines with this stuff or whatever, but I mean, I don't know. As for drinkability, I'm a little bit more refined. This kind of tastes like funky,
Yeah.
but it's usable. Anyhow, so what do we want to go with first? Oh yeah, I guess I could mention the whole Liberty Fest thing I did with the shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, I decided to take it upon myself to wear 2 shirts to the event that I was hosting, and one of them was just a Machine Show shirt. That's normal. Halfway through the show, I was like, "Hey, do you guys want to meet one of those domestic terrorists they keep telling you about?" I took my hat off, ripped my shirt off, and right underneath it was an Oathkeeper shirt. And I swear it was like it was on cue, because Newsbreak on my phone went off, and it was a photo of old duck sauce wearing my fucking Oathkeeper shirt. I was like, no, that poor fucker popped up again. But yeah, I wore it, and I right on camera, on cue, I was like, listen, if you want to know who they're calling domestic terrorists, just look around the room, but basically look at me. We are being targeted very unjustly, but that's what they do. Let's see. We had, even the whistleblower from the FBI had said that they labeled a veteran-led organization as a domestic terrorist group. Intentionally.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who that was. But imagine in this day and age that, just because you are I don't know, if you're a prepper or a militia or both, that you are labeled a domestic terrorist for simply just existing. You don't have to do anything. You just have to exist. Think about that for a second. I didn't know law-abiding citizens, card-carrying law-abiding citizens are domestic terrorists now, but, whatever. If that's what they want to fucking call us, well, they can suck my dick. Yeah, we came to fuck with you tonight. Well, absolutely. I told you motherfuckers, that, you should join me, that the chat is always open. We can have some fun at this thing. That's what it's for.
Hey, listener Sean made it to the show.
Wait, did he show up?
Yeah. My post in the chat and Spreaker was for him.
I figured, but he never responded, and it kind of hurt my feelings. Well, and apparently, according to one person, anybody who owns a firearm is a Cletus or a Chad too. That's really going to be news to my friends who also own. They're like, well, we're not even close to Cletus, but I mean, apparently, if you own a firearm, you are,
You fucking ho dunk, po dunk. Well, then there, motherfuckers!
Well, I'm not going to, say any different, I guess. But hey, Sean, how you doing? Nice to see you. Glad you decided to join us. Well, not see you, but I'll read you because we can't see you. That's weird if we could. Yeah, you said AFT. I was like, wait a minute, wait for a second. Oh, you better believe it. I mean, just remember, one second. The whole proudness thing. Yeah.
That's a domestic terrorist symbol.
Enjoy that. Anyhow, like I said, we got a few things we're gonna get to tonight. We're gonna get to Hank Johnson's, not his Johnson, but Hank Johnson's comments. We started with dick sauce. I'm sorry. Now I'm fucked up. Hey, Crystal, you just picked a hell of a time to walk in. Fucking goddamn. You guys did fuck me up tonight. Anyhow, we got that. We were gonna be talking about, I believe, the whole Russian thingy, in which I was proved right. The guy that fired the first shot in Kenosha is actually charged with 7 felonies. We got a few things we're gonna get to. What do you want to go with first? You want maybe talk about, I guess the closed border. We were told it's a closed border, at least by the cackling hyena, that the border is completely closed and there's no crisis. Well, that crisis just landed at her fucking doorstep, but
Which was hilarious this morning.
they dropped migrants into Martha's Vineyard. That's funny as hell. Oh, yeah, D-Dog. Gotcha, bitch. Fuck you. Oh, shit. No, I'm not going to respond to that one. Crystal, you probably don't want to know what the story about dick sauce is. I'll explain that off the radio. How's that? Because we'll all just be sitting here fucking chuckling the rest of the night at some guy's expense. But like I was saying, what were you doing? Because I mean I know you caught it too about the whole drop off.
So I had just got to work and I was starting my paperwork, and I had flipped a channel over to a news station just to see what was going on in the world, and that was the first. It was like the news break because they were literally getting off the bus. So I stopped and I was watching it. Yeah, it was like 103 migrants, I think, dropped off.
Yeah, but no crisis at the border.
Right, no crisis. That's what they said. Well, they even said something about it was an open border.
Well, remember this. This is what they said to us before. The border is closed, but at the same time, you had this one lady in D.C. arguing about what? She said, well, they're busing migrants to us, and that's just terrible. It's okay if it happens to the border towns, just not us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay if everybody else's lives get fucking screwed over by this. But when it happens to them, this is no bueno.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
By the way, I didn't know, and maybe you can explain this to me. When did illegal aliens become a race?
That's a new one on me. When did that happen?
Oh, we got the ghost boys in the house. Yeah, I just want to know. I want to know how this exactly happened. When did they become a race? Because last I checked, migrants come from all around the world. I'm pretty sure it's going to be really confusing for the guys from like Nigeria and the Philippines to be put into this group with the Venezuelans and the Mexicans and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's kind of confusing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What about the Russians? People forget that we have an actual influx of Russian migrants. They come from all over the world. They're not a race. So why somebody would say that's beyond me. But apparently it is now racist to say that you want the border closed. We don't want this flood to come in.
Hey, I'm right there with you, Sean. He says, fuck. He goes, if you look at the news, the world is complete madness. But shit, I just want groceries and gas to be reasonable.
No shit.
We were just talking before we started the show. I told him that. I said, I actually cooked at home tonight because fucking eating out is becoming expensive.
Dude, fast food is actually, I can't believe this actually happened. It's happening now. Finally, but it's happening. It's cheaper to cook at home than it is to get fast food when it was actually the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
I went through fucking Taco Bell and about cried. I got two cheap fucking, or three, two cheap items and chips and cheese, and it still cost me fucking $8. I'm like, this is bullshit. We got the Rump Rangers in here too. It's bad enough we got the Grey Ghosts. You know I call you guys the KY jellies, right? But that's said with love. Anyhow. You're damn right I cried before I ate the food. Fucking gas, that was booze money, gas money, something else, but I was like, no, I want Taco Bell.
Sean here says the Germans tripped out when fighting the Russians years back and running into Mongolian mofos. But yeah, Russia has all manner of people roaming around.
You had to say that. The fucking.
And then even Sean, he's even cooking a lot more at home.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's like, I mean, like,
that's fucking weird
for me and
Sean.
you, it's just more convenient to go grab food before we come here.
Before we go to the studio,
but
yeah.
anymore, it's just so fucking expensive.
Well, I hope the KY comes with love.
Yeah.
I mean, after all, I did spoon a burnt baby. I'm still trying to find that motherfucker too. I want one so bad. I'm gonna want a burnt baby. They all I had to. Yes, I know. I said that, and people were like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "Dude, it's a burnt baby."
You might explain yourself.
I had to explain to him what burnt baby is. I'm like, "I want burnt baby." He's like, "What?" I said, "These motherfuckers try to wake me up in the morning. I'm sitting here spooning with a fucking plastic baby." Like, welcome to our world. Oh shit! Damn it! Now I fucked myself up again. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna go here. Damn it! What? It's true. Ask JT or teasing. You know he'll tell you.
He knows all about the burnt baby.
Actually, Scott could tell you too, because there was a photo of me sleeping with this fucking baby. I was like, what? He looked lonely. I needed a friend. You know what?
Sean says he's worked as a line cook before and he knows his way around a kitchen.
That works.
He's like, I knew about washing hands before it was cool.
Yeah, no, we already talked about washing hands. Remember what I said about that? Remember I told the kid at the gas station what happens when you touch the door? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I scarred a few kids for life because of that one. Well, since we're talking about burnt baby, I almost forgot the rape room. Did I show you that photo too?
Yeah.
That's a rape room. It's small enough just, and the first one that went into it, I'm not shitting you, was duck sauce. First motherfucker to walk in there was duck sauce. Anyhow, we're gonna get triangulated here. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. This song just fucking fits, man.
So fucking what?
sir. But not one of my vassals. Who are you?
I am the machine. What? I'm the machine! Okay!
You are listening to the Machine Radio Show.
Not your daddy's conservative talk radio.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
I'm the machine! Fuck that bitch. This is America! Fuck yeah! Tonight you party with us, yes? Okay! Yeah! Yeah! Ah, skate!
It's time for a random thought from the Machine Radio Show. This is Brandon from the Machine Radio Show. Isn't it just so comforting to know that every single hand you have ever shaken has possibly had a dick in it? This has been your random thought from the Machine Radio Show. And we're back, and of course, we had to mention that since, we did obviously talk about that sort of thing. So, all right, let's get moving right along here. We got some audio bites that we're going to get to. One of them being, let's see. See, like I said, we keep getting told that the border is closed. Mm-hmm. It's completely, there's no way they can get in. I mean, they get caught, when they tried to ride in semi-trucks, so therefore it's not happening. Well, let's listen to one of them, to one of the migrants. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Vice President Harris said that the border is closed. Is the border closed? Do you believe that the border is closed, or is it open?
It's open, not closed. The border is open.
The border is open. Do you believe that all the migrants believe that the border is open?
Yeah, everybody believes that the border is open. It's open because we enter, we come in, free, no problem.
But it's open for you to come illegally, right?
Illegally, yes, illegally. That's true.
And you came illegally?
Yeah, we came illegally, not legal.
And
just bar out in a minute. We come in illegally.
Yeah. But I thought the border was closed.
And it's supposed to be closed. That's what they're saying.
I mean, never mind all the stuff that all of us have seen, with our own eyes, which is literally watching Border Patrol, count them as they jump over the fucking fence. Some of them are actually wearing camouflage now.
I was getting ready to ask if you had seen that
Go
because
ahead,
they don't want to be seen. And honestly, that's kind of scary because you don't know they're part of a terrorist organization.
Well, we have caught some that are on the terrorist watch list at the border.
We have.
And those are the ones we caught. What about the ones we haven't caught? And here we go with, technically speaking, we could segue right into fucking gun control if we wanted to, because they want to take away, I love it how they say, well, nobody's trying to take away your guns. Motherfucker, they ran on the entire premise of making sure that we didn't have a way to defend ourselves. And it has nothing to do with, them just being so worrisome about us. No, they want us to be disarmed. But this is one of the very good reasons why not to be. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that every single person that comes over that border has malicious intent. But if they are, well, I'd rather have the chance to, take care of the business if I have to. I'll put it that way. Why don't they want to be seen if it's open? This is true, but yeah, we're trying to figure that one out ourselves. Need to ship their happy asses back. Well, right now we're more or less playing political chess, and we're sending them to different cities,
which is hilarious. The sanctuary cities.
Yeah,
that are now freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, they want to call it. They want to call in the National Guard in D.C. because of 60 migrants. Can now imagine being at the border and having your town overrun with them. It's interesting, isn't it? Rules for thee and not for me, I believe Sean. Yeah, Sean. All he had to say was, "Wow." Yeah, he's talking about the audio clip, obviously. There is a complete 180 on Unity, and now we are the terrorists. You're not fucking lying there. That was something I was trying to figure out, because I heard a press conference with good old drunken Aunt Nancy, and she claimed that this is the well, you know what? Fuck it. I got this dumb broad here, too. Let's go for it.
Mr. President, thank you for unifying and inspiring a vision of a stronger, fairer, safer future for all, for our children.
Question. Do you feel inspired and unified?
Hell no. Especially don't feel unified.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Because we were just told that that's what's going on.
Mr. President, thank you for unifying and inspiring.
Unifying.
Maybe for the Democrats.
That was the most unifying speech I'd ever seen. I mean, the motherfucker was using the background of like 1984 or fucking V for Vendetta shit. You know, literally Stalin's red background.
Well, I'm not going to lie. When I saw that, I was waiting for Execute Order 66.
Oh,
I'm not shitting you. I was waiting for everything just to go south.
Okay, do you want to just tell them what orders?
So if you've not seen Star Wars, Execute Order 66 is what turned the clone troopers on to the Republic. And that's how the Sith were able to totally take over.
Right. But like I said, I kept looking. I'm like, okay, this is like Orwell's 1984 or It's a Wonderful Life. Let's go back further. 1933. It's a Wonderful Life. Was this like in order type shit? Okay, you start with the 1920s and 1930s with It's a Wonderful Life, and then you jump into Orwell's 1984, and then you get V for Vendetta. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like that's following the progression of stupidity in this fucking.
It just had
world
like
right
a evil theme.
Oh, he said 86, not 66. So apparently he's a Star Wars guy.
Or is he talking about 1986? Because it's Order 66.
I don't know. I haven't watched Star Wars in a while.
He'll have to explain himself. Sean said that her speech is slurred. And yeah, I could tell that too.
Well, yes, her speech is slurred. She's a drunken idiot. Did you, before we, off on a small tangent with that, do you remember when that person tried to tell us that good old Aunt Nancy there was a teetotaler?
Was what?
Teetotaler, a person that never drinks is against drinking. And it was like a month later, her husband gets a fucking DUI.
Right.
Anyhow, let's go back to this.
A vision of a stronger, fairer, safer future for all, for our children. Your extraordinary leadership has made this glorious day possible. That's an applause line.
She had to ask for applause. But I mean, I don't know, just the speech and how she talks and everything else. I just feel so empowered. I feel so fucking united. I get a thrill up my leg. Remember that line? No, actually I don't. It's quite the fucking opposite. See, we're tired of being targeted. We're tired of being told that we are the bad guys because we actually want to stick with the Constitution and keep our way of life as it was before you fuckfaces decided to come in and mess with it. Just saying. Yeah. Crystal is right. She says that bitch is so stupid, like the IQ of a box of rocks. I would say she's more kind of like this.
You're about as useful as a cock-flavored lollipop.
I'm sorry I had to throw that in there. We still got, I think we got a good 10 or 12 seconds left of her.
Jill was applauding.
Jill, oh yeah, that was the end of it. Jill was applauding. Well, of course, Joe Biden's going to be applauding. It was her fucking idiot husband. But I'm still trying to figure out, hey, guys, maybe you can help me out. Do you feel that unity? Do you feel that love? Do you feel like the government is giving you the warmth that you've never had? and that the greatest uniter on the planet happens to be a guy who sniffs children. I'm just wondering, because I don't feel that kind of love. I feel hatred and vitriol thrown at me at every second. I feel like anytime I speak up, I'm instantly called something that I am absolutely not. Yes, JT, I get it. He says, I'm inspired, not going to say what I'm inspired to do. Well, Sean, go. Did I miss something?
Oh, he said something about no way she's been a drunkard for decades. And then he goes, is this the new Camelot? And I responded, her blood type is 180 proof.
No, her blood type is Svedka. That is straight. That is not water in that glass. That was fucking vodka.
Is it Schiff vodka?
You're going to make me try and find that, aren't you? Because I don't even know if I still have that on the drive. I don't know if I still have the bullshit vodka commercial. Oh.
This is Adam, Pencil Neck Schiff, introducing to you Bullshit Vodka.
It'll get you drunk.
Off of that impeachment sham.
Smell like hot, sick ass and a dead carcass.
It may stink, but it gets the job done. Ask Aunt Nancy.
First, pound the table, walk out the door. What? Next time, have my say. And now this time, another temper tantrum. Again.
See what I mean? She's shift-faced. So if you're an easily manipulated leftist that only believes what we tell you, try Bullshit Vodka. 0% proof.
Every time she speaks in that clip that you made, I have a stroke because trying to follow what she's fucking saying.
I tried to one time. I sat there and listened. I'm like, what? I mean, I was listening to it live on fucking C-SPAN. I'm like, what is she trying to say? I went back later on, went on YouTube and played it over and over and over again. And I had to almost remember like when you were in school, you had to do your notes and stuff like that when you were watching a video. That's what I was doing. I was like, word. I believe she said something. You know, I think that word was idiot. You know, it's like I was trying to find a way to understand what the fuck she was saying. I finally gave it up. Yeah, Cheech and Chong, it's fucking vodka, man. I'm pretty sure you didn't mean ducking. So I just said fucking for you. Like, JT says she's steeped in that shit like an overused tea bag. She is a bit wrinkly. But I'm still waiting. I mean, nobody in here has said that they feel united by the speech. Especially those who identify, you know, and I use that as a joke, you know, the whole identify thing. I identify as this, you know, those who are considered patriots, you know, which is now apparently a bad word, a very, very bad word. Patriots, bad word.
Yep, it's coming to that, and it's only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But you know, I can't find anybody. Not in our chat room. Let's see. Let's hold on. I got other chat rooms that I can check. Do you see anybody in there saying they're united in the Spreaker world?
Mm-mm.
No. Neither in YouTube or Twitter. So nothing there. Nope. Definitely not on that one. Not even on the Tickety Matuckities. Nothing. I can't find anybody that feels absolutely united by that speech, or by how the government is running as it is today. Well, that's all we can be, Jeremy. He says, I'm united with the God-fearing people. Absolutely. I think half of them left the room, though. I mean, they came in here, fucked with us, and then took off. Dicks. Crystal says, you think she would need a case of heavy-duty starch to get her wrinkles out? Hey, Jeremy, everything is commie. I'm just going to help you with that one. He says TikTok is commie. It is.
Yeah, it is. But
yeah, but so is Facebook and Twitter and YouTube.
Yep, they all are.
Like I said, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, they're watching it all, which is why I don't give shits.
We got them fucking algorithms that, for people like us, that try to throw us to the bottom of the list.
Yeah, I just don't give a shit. I'll see this motherfucker. The only way that they're going to get rid of this face is they're going to have to kill it. Until my lungs cease to have breath in them, I still carry the message, and it'll never change. That is who I am. That is my promise to myself and to all of you. You'll never get it out of me. You'll never take who I am out of me. Not a fucking chance. Drone is united with duck sauce.
I just seen that.
Feds and threads. Yeah. You're right, though. It's absolutely true. They're everywhere. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what platform you're on or nothing. They're there. So just be you. If they got a problem with it, well, fuck them. They got to prove something first. That's what I'm saying. I am not going to change who I am for them or anybody else. In fact, I'm trying to find I'm feeling this one. We're going to take a break.
What you listening to?
The Machine Radio Show.
What did you say? I didn't stutter. I said
The Machine Radio Show.
blew my mind.
You're welcome.
Enjoy the show. All right, we're back. And I guess since we're going to keep moving on forward here, we're going to bring up Mr. Hank Jansen. It's kind of out of order from where I was going to go, but we'll go with Hank Jansen.
I almost asked you when you told me, that we had stuff on him. I almost asked you. I almost stated that fucker's still around because you didn't hear anything from him for a while.
Well, his dumb ass popped back up. Wait till you guys learn about him. Trust me, I got some good ones for you. Jeremy says, don't get it on the toilet handle. That's rude. No. When I do that, I leave it in a soap dish. I actually told my wife I leave it in her hair conditioner.
It's a good place to put it.
Well, I tried to explain to her. I said, why do you think your hair is so sparkly and flake free? You got a protein shot in that hair, baby.
Silky and shiny.
Like sometimes when you're sleeping, I just blast it in your eye. Said, what? I was like, yeah, that's not sleep in your eye.
Oh.
Oh, it's so good that she doesn't listen to this. I would so be in fucking trouble when my ass would be sleeping in the truck again. But for those of you who don't know, Hank Johnson he's a magically retarded. I don't like using that word because, I do, work for the mentally handicapped and stuff and the physically disabled. So I really hate that word, but I use it for him because that dude is definitely on the...
He is proof that you don't need an education to get into the government. And you'll find out why I said that.
Yeah, I've got a couple of them in here. Let's go with his his midgets versus giants one first. This is one of his wonderful analogies.
What happens when you put in a cage fight a giant in with a midget?
I'm just going to pause it for a second. One, they're always talking about inclusion and, in derogatory terms, and he's using the word midget.
Yeah.
But now there's some things you can't unsee. Now I'm picturing like Andre the Giant standing there with Hornswoggle or some shit.
Hornswoggle.
All right. But
well, the midget will not win the fight. I'm going to tell you that. Why? He just doesn't carry enough weight to do so.
You ever tried to toss one?
What's bad is he's being fucking serious.
Well, it gets me that he just automatically assumes that the midget will lose. How does he know?
Dude, I am 5'6", and you know damn well I will beat the shit out of somebody.
Right?
He's watched me do it. So he knows, don't fuck with the little guy.
You gotta watch out for the fucking little people. They're vicious.
Like a motherfucking spider monkey.
But if you put 30 midgets in with that giant, then the midgets have a chance. Now they have weight classes in cage fighting, so you're not going to find a situation where you have 2 or 3 against 1. You'll just have...
Why the fuck does he keep going with it? And he just adds more to it like it's going to make it more relevant somehow.
Because to him, it makes sense.
This isn't even the good one. This is like one of like fucking 3 I'm going to play.
Sean said, never thought to ask, what does the spouse thing of your radical rabble rousing show. What does she think of it?
We'll leave that for a later time. Yeah.
Equal weights. You'll have equally weighted combatants, and then they will go at each other, and the best man will win, or woman. But we don't have that kind of setup when it comes to relations between employers and employees.
Between giants.
There are no weight classes.
There are no weight classes. Like I said, this is one of 3 that I kept. The third one we played, we saved the best for last. And a bunch of you motherfuckers just took off. I watched the numbers go. So they're like, yeah, we're bored with them. Fuck them. But the last one, trust me, you're not going to want to miss that. He knows which one I'm fucking talking about.
That one's my favorite. It's my most favorite. The last one is.
Dude, and this is just a wind up. This is just getting everybody to know who this jackass is. Okay. Next.
Imagine, Mr. Speaker, a world without balloons. How can we make sure that the injustice of there being no helium for comedians to get that high-pitched voice that we all hold near and dear to our hearts?
Motherfucker, I don't know about you, but I don't hold a high-pitched voice near and dear to my heart. Okay, I had an ex-girlfriend that had a high-pitched voice, and when you got down into the, into doing the dirty, well, I'm pretty sure she made it sound like dogs can hear. But just hearing her talk was enough to let me know I'm probably not going to stay with her for very long. But that's like having Fran Drescher burn in your head.
Right. And I agree with Sean. He's like, I can't wrap my head around his thought train. This one actually hurts me to follow.
And it's not even done.
Imagine a world without balloons.
He has to say it again. So we have to imagine a world without fucking balloons. Because, all comedians use that voice, and it's near and dear to our hearts, And what they do is they huff that stuff all day long to keep their voice that way so they can do a 2-hour special. Jeremy says, where the fuck did the balloons come into play? Crystal, what the fuck has this dude been smoking? Good question.
That's the outstanding part, is he doesn't smoke anything.
No, I'm going to be honest with you. Those 2 are bad, but this 16-second clip is the one I want you to fucking pay attention to the most, especially anybody who's military related.
My fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
And he's referring to
Guam.
Putting Marines on Guam and it tipping over.
There's going to be so many fucking Marines on there, we're going to tip that bitch over. No, actually what we do is we go into a country, we put on, we have a base in the country, or we go to do some sort of training there, and what we do is we just drink all the alcohol out of their fucking country.
And then it becomes dry.
Like it's literally happened. They had to go to another country to pipe in more booze because the Marines came in and cleaned them out. But the Guam is going to tip over if you put too many fucking Marines on it. I'm playing. It's 16 seconds. Can we play it again?
Yes, definitely.
Let's play it again.
My fear is that the whole island will become so overly populated that it will tip over and capsize.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
And this guy's supposed to be a serious member of Congress.
Oh, And speaking of that, when he was talking about the Guam tipping over, there was a general in there that gave him the look of, "Are you fucking stupid?"
Yeah, you're a complete idiot. That's pretty much. I know he wanted to say it, but he couldn't.
Yeah,
because he had to be respectful.
He kind of did the double take of like, is he really saying this?
Yeah, so Guam's going to tip over. Which brings us to modern times. A minute and 45-second clip of this walking rectum talking about us, patriots, and the school boards.
And yes, Crystal, he is in Congress. That is proof you do not have to have an education to be in our government.
Yes, Brian, he is in fact an 8-pound waterhead.
Yeah, I was going to say I agree with Brian on that.
And yes, Crystal, like Matt said, he is actually in Congress. Here's his most recent clip. What the hell? He comes in.
Yeah. I seen that because I seen the Gears of War logo on his.
How you doing, man? I'm telling you, you came in at the right time. We were just talking about how Hank Johnson said that us Marines are going to tip over Guam. But now, and that would be the people of Georgia. That's the reason why they have them, had them legalize marijuana. It's to keep them all dumbed down. But here's his newest edition, and it's about us.
January 6, 2021 will never be forgotten, an infamous day in American history. MAGA Republicans descended upon the Capitol, engaged in an insurrection. They occupied the Capitol. 5 people were killed.
I'm going to stop right there. Occupied the Capitol. You had people walking through the velvet robes, smiling and taking pictures with the statues.
Yeah, taking selfies. I don't consider that occupation.
Worst insurrection ever. Nobody was armed. And 5 people died. Can you tell me who these 5 people are?
As far as I know, it was just one.
Yeah, it was only one. That would be Ashley Babbitt.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't anybody else that died during that or from injuries from that. So, especially not 5.
Right.
So let's get moving here.
Hundreds injured, including hundreds of Capitol Hill police officers attacked and bludgeoned. It was a day that we'll never forget. And people on the local level at affected school board meetings, they won't forget the MAGA Republicans descending on their school board meetings.
I want to pause right there. See, him and his analogies. He's using January 6th as an example for this guy right here saying, I don't want you teaching my kids about buggering, at age 5.
Critical race theory.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
After January 6th, like January 6th, disrupting meetings. It was a coordinated attack happening across the country. Americans won't forget about it. School board members, teachers, administrators subjected to violence, threats of violence, harassment, intimidation. And in response to that, the National School Boards Association sent a letter to the Biden administration seeking federal help. Things had gotten so far out of hand. And by the way, there's not one scintilla of evidence, either direct or indirect, that there was any coordination between the Biden administration and the National School Boards Association that caused that letter to be sent seeking federal assistance. And so in response to that request.
Okay, do you want to lead off on the end of that? Let's talk about the school board meetings and stuff like that. Go ahead.
That's not a federal jurisdiction there. If the school boards have an issue, that's what local police departments are for. I still have a hard time trying to believe that the school boards actually sent a letter to the Biden administration.
I'm not a conspirator, but I believe that it was just already there.
Yeah. And that's how I kind of look at it too. And that just leads because, you know, one way to take over a country is you indoctrinate the youth. So when parents start stepping up to protect their children, well, now you're a threat. So we got to find a way to remove you from the equation. But
by the way, it's not just what do you call them? What do you call these parents? The MAGA Republicans?
Yeah. It wasn't just Republicans that were in these school board meetings.
Nope, it was Democrats and independents and everybody. Everybody was fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
Everybody said, you are not going to indoctrinate my children. And here's the thing. They think that that these people are mad now. Keep fucking with their kids.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing that will turn people into rabid dogs faster than you fucking with their children. And just like Crystal said, you know, it's the line I keep using. They keep seeing the effect, not the cause.
Mm-hmm.
And the cause is they are trying to brainwash your youth into thinking that, you know, being identifying as a fucking toaster is normal. And that if you are born white, you're inherently racist. And that the system is designed to be perfect for you, but not for anybody else. You are born in the womb, you know, you're in the womb, then you're born. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I know they get confused about that part. I don't. If you're happen to be a black American, well, you're automatically oppressed from the day you were born. You just don't know it. So us white saviors in Congress are going to tell you that you're oppressed, even though you're not. And we're going to make sure that everybody who's white has to be ashamed of being alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what they fucking want. And it's pissing the parents off. That is what's fucking going on. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to go off on a complete rant. I'm slowing my shit down. Matt is going to talk now.
Chat's fucking exploding over there.
Holy shit. Yeah. That was the teachers union that sent the letter. Absolutely. It was not the fucking teachers themselves.
Yeah.
I say we aren't threatening enough yet. We'll leave that for later. Yep, that mofo is from Northern Atlanta. We know. We actually had a candidate that ran against him on the show, who's actually an immigrant, by the way. But yes, I said a toaster. Look, today I feel like a toaster.
Tomorrow I'll feel like an avocado.
Yeah. Cord or uncord? I gotta know if you still have the big nut. The one single big nut. Do you have it? Yes?
Yeah.
See, I'd rather be kiwis because they're kind of hairy.
See what Sean says, if we can't put the filter of asking a simple question, is this grooming? That's a good question.
Right. But we're not allowed to bring that up. The parents are not allowed to bring that up because this is what happens. They will say, well, no, that's the reason why the FBI is brought in, because the parents were getting violent. They were doing death threats and stuff. That's not what fucking happened at all. They were coming in saying, stop fucking with our children. And you work for us. You're going to listen to us. You're going to do what we say because we are the ones that make your fucking paycheck. How many times did we see that a parent wouldn't even have to say anything? They just have to walk in and start to talk. And they would say, okay, you're done.
Shut them down, yeah.
Okay, you're done. You're done. We said you're done. You're done. They kept doing that over and over and over again. That is dictatorial power. They're saying that your voice does not fucking matter to them. Get the fuck out. But we're the ones that are being violent. Think about that. The parents are the ones that are being violent.
Mm-hmm.
Because they dare to be involved in their children's lives, to know what they're being fucking taught.
You know, and to call out the school system saying, hey, you're not going to teach my child these fucking lies. You're going to teach the truth because that's what you're paid to do.
Yes, my friend, you can be the bread, but just to let you know, if you're going to be on the white side of things, you have to be a Wonder Bread.
Oh, can I be the mayo?
Yes.
Ooh.
I want to be the whipped cream.
You know, Yeah, because chat's going so fast, I'm not getting all of what's coming through.
Yes, Jeremy, I know. I didn't have time to get that fucking audio. I'm sorry, I didn't. He says, saw a video of a teacher getting fired and bringing up a student said pedo, and the teacher said you can't discriminate against minor attracted persons.
You want to fucking bet?
We don't call them minor attracted persons. We call them pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
And I so happen to have some, pedocillin just kind of hanging out.
You know, it's kind of interesting that Sean used the word asking, is this considered grooming? You really can consider it that as far as like on the education level. And then look at what the whole COVID lockdowns did. It groomed people to be fucking lazy.
Social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, it's okay to be lazy. You don't have to work. Big Daddy government will take care of you.
And that was the plan.
And if you have paid attention, that thought process has not gone away. That's why there's shortages of employees and everywhere you go.
Yep. No arguments there at all. Holy hell, I'm trying to keep up with the fucking chat, but it just keeps rolling on.
Sean says we don't talk to them, referring to pedos. He goes, we crushed their windpipes.
Well, I'm not wearing my shirt today. I guess I could have wore it. I mean, I have one that says save a child, shoot a pedophile, and it has a guy with his brains getting blown out. By the way, I walked through our local Walmart and it had many thumbs up for that shirt. Yep, fucking angry now.
Transhuman. That's hilarious.
Well, I am kind of transhuman. I identify as a meat popsicle. It's not really a pronoun, but I mean, you can lick me. So Crystal says my grandson is having to repeat first grade because of the damn lockout COVID. My second granddaughter almost flunked her junior year because of the shit. Oh, yeah. All the government is pushing this shit. They are pedos. Well, we do have a president that loves to grope and sniff. He lets them play with that blonde hair on his leg, and he loves kids on his lap. And he definitely likes little girls with braids.
I think he was...
Creepy motherfucker.
Is there an electric car plant in Michigan? I think that's where he was at. And he was in the plant driving one, and I'm like, I wonder how many kids he ran over.
JT got it. Multi-pass.
Multi-pass.
Auto wash. But to be honest with you, if I had the chance, I would like to be locked into that auto wash with her. I think the regrowth chamber was awesome too.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the CDC's recommendation for the monkey bullshit. Didn't I get that, or did I forget to grab that one? The new recommendation from the CDC on monkey crotch.
I don't. You might have
Son
forgot
of a bitch. I thought I fucking got it. All right, well, we'll see if we can find this anywhere. But right now we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna play something outside the norm like we usually do. I believe some Tom McDonald just fits right now, just because we mentioned the distancing of the socials and stuff.
They separate us from our neighbors and they call it social distancing. It's actually a bigger plan. It's called social conditioning. They took away our privacy. There's always someone listening. They're rigging the elections, planning riots for the citizens. The government has always lied. It's history repeating. But the problem is the schools dumb you down so you believe them. If you try to speak the truth inside a tweet, then they delete it. Whole administration Satanists who claim they praise in Jesus. Every year there's a new name for enemies that we're facing. It's Al-Qaeda, then ISIS, and now American patriots. Who would have thought those who love the country the most would be hated on by folks who call America home? Both political political parties are equally just as evil. They've been working for themselves, don't give a damn about the people. Black, white, yellow, brown, humanity needs you. Cause united we stand, divided they will defeat you. The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Y'all missing what was written in them pages. That was history they wrote, now you wanna change it. You racist, you hate this. Why you want us all to be locked up in cages? I can't stand the left, everything they say's depressing. Ship them to the Middle East, they can learn oppression. Believe me, I mean this quite literal. I love liberty, but I hate white liberals. Wear a mask, stay home, complain and moan. Talk about privilege on your phone in your Range Rover, Starbucks, mango, foo-foo, whatever. The cloth I'm cut from can handle any weather. You just paper in the rain, we ain't the same. Stand for the flag, only kneel when I pray. I just pray we go back to the old days, land of the free, home of the brave.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Yeah. I see through all the illusions, refuse to hear rumors or accept that we're losing. Easy to get caught up, consumed by the consumer. Truth is so diluted, people starve off the confusion. Comfort is the killer, your dreams execution. Cool with persecution if I make a contribution. Home of the brave look like a mental institution, and there will be revolution if we can't find resolution. And a threat is a promise, stand up, pay homage. They tell lies, I'm being honest, test of time is upon us. I know that God got us, so I'm fighting in his honor. Hear the cries of the crusaders as we're strapping up our armor. Either set a higher ground or drown in a drama. If I die for what I love, then my death will be nirvana. We fighting for our freedom, don't believe what they've been feeding. Be the change you want to see, the warrior that we're needing.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom, that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers. We don't trust the news, the government, or pharma. We just want freedom, that you have that to offer. We don't want the lies, the politics, or the drama. We just want the life that was promised by our fathers.
The man on the news says the problem is me. I'm just a small town boy with big American dreams. The world's going crazy and they lying to us. Don't know who to believe, so in God we trust.
Hey lefties, liberals and progressives, this is not a safe space. I repeat, this is not a safe space.
If you are one of those squishies who are easily offended, put on your safety pins, pussy hats, and leave this radio station. Or you can free yourself and get educated.
Well, hell yeah! I tried to twist him up, but he wouldn't have it. Hell no. This old boy's wild. We about to have to keep this one.
You are listening to the Machine Radio Show with your hosts, Brandon
and Matt.
Talking about a bunch of hobos with fingers in each other's pooper in a stranger's car with talk radio playing really loud. It's going to be a nice evening.
Okay, shit just got real weird. I think I'm going to need a safe space.
What the? Are those friends of yours, Matt?
Oh, hell no.
Are you sure?
Oh, shut your dumpster and start the show already.
Well, all right, pissy pants. Let's do everything you want to do. All right, now we get to talk about our good old friend here, I guess. Yeah? Should we go with this one? Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Might as well.
We're talking about Mr. Kyle Rittenhouse. You know, the guy they keep labeling as a murderer, even though he was found not guilty by a jury of his peers.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go in with this. Remember, there was a guy that actually kicked this off. People seem to forget.
Yeah.
So, if you would like.
So, if you remember during the Kenosha riot on August 20th of 2020, a Mr. Joshua Zemeninski, is that how you pronounce his last name? Zemeninski fired a warning shot before Kyle Rittenhouse shot 3 men in self-defense. And that's what triggered it, the whole debacle.
Yeah, by the way, we were talking about how they like to call them maps. Well, he took one out, so.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Which we know 2 of the men died, and Rittenhouse was exonerated on all charges. Zemeninski, whose trial in that matter was delayed for months, has now been charged with 7 felonies.
Now, they're charging this guy with 7 felonies. Will they charge the one-armed man with some felonies?
The one that actually admitted that he was trying to kill Rittenhouse?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've wondered that myself.
The one that has to do the 5-knuckle shuffle with the opposite hand now?
Mm-hmm.
And had an illegal firearm because he was a felon?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Let's see. So, a recent article from Newsweek alleged that Rittenhouse is not a hero and that he was playing cop when shots were fired during the riots that destroyed property.
That's not true.
I know. Yeah, it's utter bullshit. But it turns out that one of the men who fired that night has gone on to continue his criminal involvement. Zemeninski had been free on $13,000 bail set by Judge Bruce Schroeder. If you don't know who that is, he also presided over the Rittenhouse trial. Mm-hmm. Zemeninski was set to face court on January 31st, but was arrested at that time for intimidating a witness. And this, in turn, delayed his trial even further. On Monday night, reports the local Kenosha County Eye, Zemeninski and his wife went on a crime spree that caught them 7 felony charges.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The new charges shred by the pair are felony armed robbery, felony armed burglary, felony false imprisonment, felony intimidation of victim, felony ID theft, and misdemeanor battery. Damn. Independently, Zemeninski caught a charge of felony bail jumping on top of it, while his wife was charged with probation hold. The couple is set to appear in court on Wednesday.
Oh, we're going to be watching this shit.
Yeah. Zemeninski was out on bond pending trial for the charges of arson, which is also a felony, disorderly conduct, use of a dangerous weapon, and obstructing an officer for his role in the rioting and lighting a trailer on fire.
Which was with who? He lit the trailer on fire, but who was he with?
I don't remember. Was
the pedo.
I was going to say, was it the pedo?
Yep, it was the pedo. The first one that got dropped.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
During the riots, Zemeninski could be seen firing it off his gun just a few minutes before Rittenhouse shot and killed Rosenbaum.
The pedo.
The pedo, yeah, which was ruled to have been in self-defense. Zemeninski wasn't charged for his role in that riot for over 5 months, and it was unlikely that local DA Michael Gravely would have tried him.
Of course not, because he was in the back pocket. Yeah. You know, he was protecting the rioters.
But community backlash kind of changed the mind of all that. So he is going to be charged.
Mm-hmm.
This guy looks like a real winner, too.
Yeah, he even looks like a douche.
Yeah.
In fact, I am not 100% for certain. Don't quote me on it. I'm going to have to go through my footage, but I swear up and down I saw him when I was up there for the trial.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. I could be wrong, but I swear I did. I'll look through my footage. Because, I was kind of there. Anyhow, yeah. So this is an interesting development. Now I wonder if they can go. Like I said, I wonder if they're going to go after the group one-armed man, and anybody around that. Yeah, just 7. They only got him with 7 felonies at this time. I'm sure there's probably more that they missed.
Right.
Oh, man, yeah. Jeremy, that he says, fuck people's pussy feelings, so what happens when you do bad shit. Well, like I said, I was up there for the trial. I was outside with the people and doing small interviews and stuff like that and talking to people. And, well, there were some arrests for disorderly conduct and violence and stuff like that. Do you want to guess who that was?
Was it the domestic terrorist BLM?
Yeah, they're supporters. Yeah, that was them. See, people seem to hate that. I mean, I literally got told once again that I am racist because I refuse to support BLM. And I said, no, you're mistaken. The reason why I don't support BLM is because they're not for black lives.
Right. And that's even coming out more and more.
Oh, yeah. $10 million in embezzlement. And, again, the rules for the not for me thing. It was nothing but a big Ponzi scheme, and people fell for it. And they did violence on their behalf. Yeah, but if we do the guillotine, it's got to be like, what was that? The cartoon that we used to watch in the morning. It wasn't a cartoon. It was a show. Bozo the Clown. You remember?
Yeah.
It was almost like Plinko. You had the numbered buckets.
Yes.
Whenever it fell into, you got a prize. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
If we do the guillotine, we can do like a Plinko ramp and let the head fall down. What? I'm telling you, these ideas will balance the fucking budget. We've already talked about this before. Bringing back public executions, and do it on pay-per-view.
I agree.
Only we get creative. We do like the catapult. We launch a guy, like 150 miles an hour into a brick wall.
Jesus.
Every once in a while, you're going to have to stop and clean off the wall, though. Of course, 'cause it's going to be a little messy. Or boiling people in oil. Why can't we bring that back? But I propose not doing it head first, but feet first. And it's ran by hear me out. It's ran by donation. Every time somebody gives a donation of $100 or more, he drops 1 inch. We can make this shit nice and snow. And for I guess for extra added effect, if somebody let's say, says donations wise, let's say somebody says, okay, here's a donation for $100,000. We slather them up with butter. If somebody gives another $100,000, we throw some fucking flour on them. You might as well make it fun. We'll Rice Krispie this shit. Well, see, where the body hit, we don't know because you got to go by weight and everything else like that. That's see, we can bet on the targeting. We can paint a bullseye on the brick wall and put people's names on the brick wall, and whoever gets closest wins a prize. And by the way, I recommend we do this for the pedos too. Yes, we're going to cook them. Jeffrey Dahmer didn't think of this shit. I mean, we got to have some fun with it while we're at it. I mean, like I said, we'll slather them up with butter, throw some fucking flour on them, and dip them in the oil. 1 inch at a time. It's going to really suck if you're 6'7". It's going to take a good long time to get boiled out.
Yep.
What about quartering?
Draw and quarter with the horses.
But see, instead of using horses, we'll just use, since they really like electric vehicles.
Oh, Jesus.
Are we going too far? I don't particularly think so. What about the what that one tribe used, the stake? Where they basically sit you down on a pointed piece of wood with weights on your ankles.
Oh, yeah.
And it slowly just goes up your insides.
There's a similar one that's, I don't know if it's called the horse, but it's literally a pointed blade, and they sit you on it, and they put the weights on it, and it literally slowly cuts you in half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Is the Iron Maiden out of the question too?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And with the Iron Maiden, though, we get to tip everything with like habanero juice or something.
Oh, jeez.
What about the Angry Bull?
Ooh, that one would be interesting.
I just don't want to. If you're going to be, one of those people that's lucky enough to be standing right there when it's going on, I'd want a mask. I don't want to smell that.
Yeah.
We never said we were right, okay? You assume we are. Well, come on, fuckers. I mean, you can't die off on us now. What else do we got? You guys think up something. I'm the one over here with the twisted mind. Did you get crystals?
The only one I seen was she asked if we were going to cook them, and then no, not really. So I didn't get. Yeah, I did not get that.
You didn't get the last one? You didn't get the last one at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, she said, no, take them out to the desert and tie them spread eagle and use wet rawhide to tie them down with, then pour honey on their testicles and see the fire ants, let the fire ants loose. This could be fun. What about dipping them in like meat sauce and throwing them in with three hyenas that haven't been fed nothing but angel dust and cocaine for 3 days?
Angel dust and cocaine.
Well, they'd be rather hungry, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
This would be fun. Yes, Ed Gein was a cannibal. Actually, you'd be surprised how much I know about serial killers, too.
So which one's your favorite? Is it weird if you have a favorite?
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite. I think they're all fucking sick and twisted, but I wanted to know about them.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it's a psychology thing. I want to know what drives a person to be that fucking crazy. And Ed Gein was one of them. Ed Gein was deemed mentally unfit, and he died of cancer in a hospital, actually. But I don't know. Like I said, I wanted to know about these people. I want to know about the psychology of it. So I've watched a lot about specific, about serial killers from across the world. Of course, the ones like here, like Ed Gein or Jeffrey Dahmer, or John Wayne Gacy, Edmund Kemper, the co-ed killer. I actually just recently watched more about him. He was not a dumb man. He was actually very intelligent. But something fucking snapped. Because, I mean, what he was doing is he was going and finding co-eds. He was cutting their heads off and then having sex with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to be pretty well off your rocker to be doing such things. Not just the whole act of violence in the first place, like, especially murder, but to, take their head off and have sex with it. That's next level fuckery. And he's still alive and still in prison.
It's a little bit of a necrophilia going on.
Yeah, Ted Bundy, I know.
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, he was literally skull fucking him. Yes.
Yep.
In fact, he skull fucked his own mother. Just to give you that one, he actually did. It's kind of fucked up. Like I said, these people are not, not smart, or I mean, not, you know what I mean? They're crazy. They're fucking nuts.
Some of their Some of the wires are crossed.
Yeah, I would say so. But I got a whole list of them. But like I said, again, reiterating this, it's a psychological thing. I want to know about these people because I had studied criminal psychology, and to me, like, what's the bureau and the FBI? But what was the behavior analysis unit, the BAU?
I think.
Yeah, I was interested in that. That's what got me to watch a lot of this stuff, and especially with Edmund Kemper, because that was one of the first true cases that they studied to make that particular unit. So it was kind of, I liked watching that. I mean, I watched the FBI files, like a lot of the FBI files, just because I wanted to know, what makes people do fucked up things like this. Not just a whole serial killer thing, but I mean some of the shit that people do.
Mm-hmm.
There's levels of depravity that I can't even fucking. You think me talking about boiling people in oil is bad? I mean, some of the shit that people actually did was even worse. Yeah. No business like show business. He brought up show business. The girlfriend got mad at boyfriend. Dismembered him, put his feet and shit in a crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you about that, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to find something to play here. I think we've already went far enough with this one. Sean's going to miss it. Nope. No, I'm not going to play that. Let's see. What do we got? We got. It just fits with what we're talking about. My apologies. We'll be back.
Just do what you say to resist.
And that goes out to all the minor attracted persons out there, I guess. What? Did I go too far? Is there such a thing? Do we ever go too far?
No.
You know, I got a question for you guys. You guys listen all the time. You're here with us. You're hanging out. Just because somebody said it earlier, I guess. Do I need luck to do this? I mean, somebody asked me earlier, you know, or told me good luck on the on the podcast. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. Do we need luck to do this?
No.
Do you guys think we need luck to do this? Just curious. I gotta ask. I want to know.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I don't think so. Although we do admit that, you know, sometimes things go horribly awry. And they do.
Mm-hmm.
Either we go off on this wild, crazy tangent, like, you know, boiling people in oil, or we're so tired from what we've done for the entire day that the show just kind of drags. It's live. It's gonna happen, and we don't edit this shit. We don't. We never have. You know, that's one thing I can honestly proudly say about this show. After a fucking decade of doing it, not once have we edited it. You can go back into our archives and listen to every episode. Everything is raw. Not one time did we, go in and edit it to publish it. No, he was laughing. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? Why you look at me when you're laughing? See, they agree. And yes, Pig, thank you very much. You should see what happened. I already mentioned that once. Did I ever tell you, we got new furniture, right? New couch, new stuff like that, new love seat and everything. I found out something about it. I found out that if you fart into it, it actually holds it until you get up. Okay.
Do you have fun with this?
Yes.
I can just imagine.
Well, like what I did was, I eat a lot of fucking garlic. I'm not gonna lie. I love roasted garlic. I will take take garlic bulb and throw it in the fucking air fryer or something like that and eat that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, and that's probably the reason why I'm actually a little bit more healthier than most, but I just happen to smell like garlic on occasion. But sometimes when you do that and you eat a lot of spicy foods, it makes this concoction in your ass that is just not normal. Well, it's those ones that, when you let it go, you can feel the heat.
Oh, it's bad.
Yep. I dropped a hot, fat one in the fucking couch. And I stood up, and my wife goes to sit down right next to where I was at to pet the cat. She sits down. It was like you could see this cloud just form up. All of a sudden, she goes, "The fuck is that?" I was like, so it was like a actual whoopee cushion with a real fart. It just blew in her face, and she's like, "Ha ha." Well, the other night, I'm sitting on the couch. She's in bed, and my emotional support animal, my cat. Cammy, was on my lap. This has never happened before. I unleashed hell. The cat slowly stands up, stretches out, looks at me, and buries me.
Oh, Jesus, that had to be bad.
I was looking at the cat like, why couldn't I get this on video? This would be the viral video of all viral videos. Guy farts, cat buries him. She actually did it. I mean, she gets up just... and what's fucked up is she didn't go in just one spot, like right next to my left leg. No, she flipped over to the right leg and started doing it there too. She's like, bury that motherfucker. Yes, I know. The media mentioned cannibalism. I know I don't have that on my screen, so, but yes, Jeremy, garlic is very good. It's just not good for the cat. No, I won't have to worry about vampires at all.
And apparently I don't have to worry about cats if I just wanted to leave a fart. The cat was probably like, And you call me an animal, you shit in the couch, and I shit in the box.
But I've done it to myself, once or twice. I've dropped ass on the couch. I'm like, oh, that's not so bad. Then you stand up, you go and get a drink, you sit back down. What the fuck?
I always like the ones where you drop ass and then you're like, you don't smell anything. And you're like,
this is
okay,
good.
when I get up, I'm going to have to run. Because this is going to be bad.
Well, there was one night my wife got up and was walking around. I didn't say anything. We got separate bedrooms, and it's because I snore like a fucking freight train, and she's a light sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to get 2 bedrooms so I can sleep in another room. Doors open. Again, drop some hot one in my fucking room. All of a sudden, my wife gets up out of her room. And you can see her shadow in the hallway, and she's walking around looking at the floor. I'm like, "What are you?" I get up to see what she's doing. I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like,
I
think a cat. One of the cats crapped on the floor. I was like, "They've never done that." She goes, "No, they haven't." And I was like, "Maybe it's the litter box." And I'm sitting there trying not to laugh. The next day, I finally told her, I was like, "Actually, it was me." She's like, "You blamed it on a fucking cat." And I was like, "Yes, I did." She's like, "I thought the litter box needed cleaned out. It was so bad." It was me.
Oh my god.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I forgot that was on the fucking screen. Okay, I'll definitely probably edit this one into a video. Just that last part. Jeremy says it's bad. A couple times Kramer dog is under the covers and he runs out fast. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I was getting at with the cat. The cat's like, I've never seen the cat actually. I've seen him get up and walk away or whatever. I've actually watched a dog's nose curl. That's fucking hilarious too. But I've never seen a cat get up and go, "Motherfucker," and start burying you. Okay. Show of hands. Who thinks I should edit that into just one single clip? Like take out some of it and put it together and add it to one single clip as a highlight video. I'm dead serious. Who thinks this? Other than me. Oh, and believe me, I do a lot, Jeremy. He says that's the best thing about having pets. You can blame them for a smell. Yeah, I've done a few times. Well, it did smell like dead animal in my ass, I guess. And it was, and the funny thing was, it was one of those nights, when you get the repetitive ones, they just won't stop coming.
Yeah.
And I'm laying in bed, and every time I felt one boil up, I'd flip the covers off and flip the covers back over. What? You didn't want to sit in your own pew? I mean, I sleep with a whoopee.
I got one. I got Gavin one time. Went in his bedroom to ask me a question. Ripped ass. A little spicy. And I'm like, oh, time for me to leave. And I walk out the door, and all of a sudden he goes, oh, Jesus Christ.
Ever tell you what happened to little Joey? The old garage 1.0. The air conditioning had went out, so we had fans in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was sitting on the couch that I had in there. And the fan was pointing at the couch. I got up to grab a drink, and I'm standing right next to the fan. You see where
And it pull it through?
It was worse. It was instantaneous.
Oh.
It was absolutely instantaneous. You heard, it was an audible one too. You heard, and you go, ah! Because it's like as soon as the sound was finished, it's already hit him in the face. He's like, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
Or the time my mom's in there gagging. She thought it was my dog Reggie likes to fart. She thought it was Reggie. I'd sit in the kitchen, drinking a cup of coffee, just going. She's like, what? I was like, it was me. Of course, she did that to me once, and I told her to go throw her whole ass away. But Welcome to the Machine Radio Show, everybody. Holy fuck, I haven't left the heart in a long time. My face actually hurts. Actually, Marin there, it actually has happened. Can you read his comment?
Which one? About don't worry?
Yeah.
Don't worry, if you unleash hell on live radio, it's going to be recorded.
Yeah.
It's happened numerous times.
Actually, we had one that was called The Fart Heard Around the World.
Yep.
It was one night we had to move the studio, literally pack up the entire system and take it into the house.
Mm-hmm.
Because my father was actually having, they were having band practice at night, and we didn't want to, it was loud enough. It was going to be a problem for us. So we moved inside, and I forgot even what we were fucking talking about. But we were sitting on wooden chairs of all things. And Matt just said, "Huh, yeah," and all of a sudden you heard, and both of us are just looking at each other, and he's like, "Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh."
Yeah, I got that look on my face as I'm looking at you, like, don't laugh.
Jeremy says, I was dating a chick I couldn't hold back. Dog was there. I didn't want it to happen. He must have gotten something while I was cooking. And he says, I got a better one. I worked with a guy he had on breathing thing for chemicals, but the filter was by his butt, and he farted. That sounds eerily familiar because those air suits that they sometimes use for painting, and they have a fresh air system. I didn't do it, but one of the guys I was working with did. Took the hose off the fresh air system, shat in it, dropped acid in it, and put it back into the fucking machine. Did you know it actually took like 5 minutes to reach the dude that was in the fucking tank?
That is hilarious.
And all you heard is, we're out there fucking laughing. The foreman's like, what'd you guys do now? Yeah. Well, see, I'm on empty right now. I have no gas. It's kind of boring now, and there's no air. There's no air. But yeah, like I said, welcome to the radio show. You never know what you're going to hear. You might hear serious politics, some anger, and then shit jokes. But, we're almost coming up to the end of the show, and I do have to mention to you guys, I will not be here next week. I will try to go live. I don't know if I have the option to go live on YouTube yet. On my phone, that is. If I do get the chance to go live, I will let you guys know, because I'm going to be actually out of town, and I'll be at World War II days. So it's basically the second largest World War II reenactment in the country. And I will be trying to get some of the battles on the phone and stuff like that. And this year I'm going in smart. Last year my phone overheated and I had to shut down the live.
Mm-hmm.
This year I'm going with those breakable cold packs. Keep my phone cold. And no, I already talked about it earlier. It didn't do anything. Yeah, it's all fun and games until you shit your pants, yes. But I'll be gone for a few days, so starting Thursday, so I will not be here for the show. We're going to miss one show. Completely miss one show, that is. But now that that's, I guess, out of the way, because I'll be gone several days, I guess it's time for the Ask Us Anything.
Yes, we got 9 minutes left.
Yeah, it can be politically motivated. It can be about politics. It can be about show. It doesn't have to be about show. It can be about our personal lives. You can address it to both of us, or each or one or the other. Whatever. But ask away.
Such a total pussy. It's stunning.
I was hoping that you pressed that and it just didn't go off by itself.
I actually, it was an accident. I kind of just went over it and it went off. Kill phone. I have a Galaxy S21 Plus. So it gets hot really quickly. Unfortunately. Especially when you're doing the lives.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be somewhat okay with just recording, but they get real fucking hot when they're trying when you're transmitting.
I'm the only tool that Brandon needs.
That's right. Yes. Well, take your time. We only got about a couple minutes. Got any questions? You know.
While they're all figuring that. One of the things that's starting to come through my timeline a lot is, Disney is doing a live action Little Mermaid film.
Yes.
And the Little Mermaid is black.
Yes.
And there's like a lot of conflict going on.
But people are saying that they're getting mad because it happens to be a black person. No, they're getting mad because they're purists. Purists don't like, deviating from the form.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ariel was written in the book and drawn as a redhead.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted,
it sounds more like an insulting inclusion thing to me.
The cartoon had a black mermaid, but it explained it. She was from like the Jamaica area.
I'm not really into the Little Mermaid. I'm just saying I know how purists act. So.
Yeah. But it's like that doesn't bother me. But like, Lord of the Rings is coming out with a series called The Rings of Power, and there's a black elf in it. He's the only one. Well, you need to explain that to me in the storyline.
Right.
Don't just throw him in with a bunch of other white elves.
That I get.
So.
No, that I get, but I mean, the overwhelming majority of people who are upset about this is because it just seems like they're trying to push this inclusion thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't say the overwhelming majority, but a good sizable chunk of that is actually, like we said, the purists.
Yeah.
The ones that that's not how it was written. It needs to stay how it's written. I mean, you can do a modern version of it because technology has changed. You can do crazy things with, you know what I'm talking about. With
well, they redid Pinocchio, and I watched it the other day, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty decent. There were some things changed in it, but overall it wasn't bad.
Well, the Buzz Lightyear one fucking crashed and burned, didn't it?
Well, they tried to push some shit into that.
They had to push some game. Yeah, they pushed a lesbian? It was a lesbian couple?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I actually think it was gay because I think it was Buzz and another guy.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah, and that parents shut that shit down.
Well, see that's what I'll agree with that. It's not because of what that portrays. Don't care if you're gay or lesbian or whatever else like that. It's because it's a children's show and you're projecting it onto kids. That's where I could see people getting pissed off about it.
Well, Jeremy, as far as Star Wars and Marvel go, they're trying to change it, but the fans are putting an end to that. A lot of that shit's being shut down.
Yeah, there's a lot of kicking and screaming on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Do we ever talk about aliens and UFOs and stuff? Well, we've talked about aliens earlier, just a different kind. UFOs, not really. I'm fairly certain Hank Johnson might possibly be an alien. And so is Feng Feng's boyfriend. But, yeah.
If I got abducted, they'd kick me out. Because I'd walk in but naked with a boner.
Well, see, I already said this before, and my friend Marin there is gonna agree with this. There is a reason why they will not take applications from any Marines for the Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
Because the first sign of intelligent life, we're gonna try and find a way to fuck it.
You know, and that is funny because if you ever seen the movie Aliens, that is relayed. They talk about going and fucking another species in the movie.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, I believe I forgot that, actually. It's been a while since I've watched like any of the Aliens movies or Alien versus Predator or anything like that. I still want the Predator costume. But then again, what I thought was badass, if I had stupid amounts of money just to throw away for like random things, one of the ABC robots from Judge Dredd was for sale. Those big.
Yeah.
The ABC robot was for sale.
Really?
It was like $5,000 or something like that. I'd have been like, dude, that's totally going to my front room. My wife come home, what the fuck? Doesn't matter when it's Arcturian, baby.
Yeah, he got it. He got the reference.
Yep. I was waiting. At least one of us was going to get it. Tom Hanks' nose up ass. Yeah. See, I'm on. I don't know. I know that they said he's on the list or whatever else like that, but I find it actually almost hard to believe. He's a bit of a knob, but he is. I don't know. I mean, Saving Private Ryan. Do I have to say anything else? Saving Private Ryan was a very, very good film.
Yeah.
Then again, so is Forrest Gump. Most people don't like it. I thought it was awesome. Just because I can relay how he melted history into a movie like that. Oh, I got your short swinging there, Chief. You want to see how short I am? Come visit. Like a spider monkey. It'd be like blood sport. I climb up on you. Anyhow, if you guys don't have any more questions, I guess we're going to end the show for tonight because, you know, we ran out of things to talk about. I mean, we already made a half-hour-long shit joke, so that I've got it now condensed to like 3 minutes. Buzz Lightyear captain, and she was a black lesbian, and she got pregnant. Okay, I didn't get it. Maybe I missed that. Doesn't matter. They show us what they want. True. Yeah, but I like Saving Private Ryan and Forrest Gump. I'm going to say that again. And of course, he was involved with the Band of Brothers series too.
Yeah, there's quite a few movies that I enjoy of his.
Well, yeah, I'm not that far. Well, we're just a few hours out, aren't we? I think so. But yeah. Anyhow, I think we're done. Do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so.
Well, I guess if we're going to go, I should probably, I don't know, add the.
We've got to be prepped.
Yes, I screwed the fuck up there. There we go. Anyhow, all right. That being said, obviously, like I said just a minute ago, I am not going to be here next week. There will be no show next week, but I will check in with you guys when I get a chance. Thank every one of you for joining us once again, and we will see you not next week, but the week after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guys, have a great weekend.
Yeah, think about what you learned today. And we're out of here.
Love ya.